before. All right. Yeah. Okay. Start the fucking show. Oh, I'm glad those other fucking cameras are still on. That shit's good. Everybody hit your red dot right now.
So he's been in the news at Cuba Gooding, right? And since he's been in the news, what was it? He was in like this bar or something like that not too long ago.
Yep.
And they got like a soundbite. And they got a soundbite of him where he gets on the microphone, and I don't know who he was talking about, but he was like, "Hey," he was like calling some dude on the stage or some shit. And then he goes, "Somebody suck that baby's dick."
What?
What the fuck?
Oh, Cuba.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, that is terrible. Jesus.
Oh man, it's not looking too good for Cooper Jr.
It's not.
Why?
It's really not.
Because he's already getting into court about sexual allegations for some lady in like the elevator or some shit.
Cuba Gooding Jr.?
Yeah.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show me the money.
Show me the money.
Yes.
Yeah. Well.
Right now it's about to be show me the charges. We'll see.
So basically, it's gonna be judgment night for that motherfucker.
And they gonna put that nigga in the cold. He's gonna be a snow dog.
You know, that's fucking crazy. Cuba Gooding Jr.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
Snow Dog.
Snow Dog.
Snow
You know,
Dog.
oh wow.
You're in the radio.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And you forgot his one rule in Badoo-Doo.
Wait.
Wait.
I was actually gonna do it too.
You gonna do it?
I was gonna do it.
He was all like-
I was gonna take it.
Welcome, motherfuckers. We are here on another episode of True Story.
Why I gotta be a motherfucker?
Shut up, Green Ranger.
Go Green Ray. He had his own theme song.
Yeah, he did.
That's how you
And
knew he was
the
taking
white
over.
one too.
Yeah. He
Wasn't
did have
as
his
good,
own
though.
theme song too.
It wasn't as good.
That's
as
how you
the-
knew he was taking
It
over
wasn't
the show.
as good as the Green Ranger.
No, it
It was impactful when you kind of wanted to fuck people up too. It was almost like the Batman racing theme song.
I'm here. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Sir Wednesday, aka Rizzy Sendu, Scourge of the Internet. Here with some lovely, lovely people. I'm gonna pass it on to this man right.
It's coming. You
It's
missed-
coming.
yeah, you
He was
missed.
ready.
Coming for you, Hulk Hogan. Coming for you, nigga.
Yo, just go ahead. I'll tell you something. Well, you saw it though, right? Ric Flair almost went off too. Ric Flair, when they're doing the crown jewel, he's like, Hogan. He paused for a moment. Like Ric Flair is the most going off motherfucker besides Booker T. But when he was just like, you'll never be good than me, Hogan. Yo, there was like,
You know, Booker T was backstage. He's like, "I'm coming for you, nigga."
you still say it.
He didn't say
Say
it.
it.
Trying to get that nigga in
He
trouble.
thought he was going to get fired.
Yeah. But
He was
anyway,
like, "Ooh, my-" I'm here. Man has no nickname.
Who you passing it to, bro?
I'll pass it on to.
Hey. Well, I'm Black Caesar, and apparently I'm also it. And
you better not, because I don't want no fucking clowns.
Red balloons, nigga. Red balloons.
listen, we already had our encounter last year. We ain't doing that shit again. I'll never go to a Subway again.
Nah, that was some scary ass shit.
Yes, it was. And even worse, he wasn't just black. He was black and French.
Yeah, he was.
He was a double threat.
Black French. He was a black French it.
Ha ha, my niggas.
You shall roll too.
That was scary as fuck.
He was very nice, though. He's nice.
Very
dude.
nice, but
Yeah.
the way he was sitting down, it was just creepy as fuck. I was like, he must be, is like he dead or is he really like creepy like that? But anyway. Almost killed him.
Passing it to you,
Oh,
sucker.
Oh, right. I'm thinking about that creepy French it. I'm sorry, because I almost threw him on the tracks, because that's how scared I was.
It's called murder, and now you have witnesses all over the internet.
Well, I didn't do it, so
Hey, he gonna kill Georgie again.
and I didn't go in Georgia. But anyway, I'm here. Shit, you took.
I didn't.
You didn't.
I'm here. We in my house. I'm around the house. What's up? We back. Yeah, we back. We back. What?
She's just our friend here. She's been wanting to come back a minute ago. She's having here waiting, chilling.
Cool. I'm okay.
That's the lovely lady.
And here's
Oh my God, with the that was so sour, man. Damn, what the
here's
fuck?
Elena. She's back. Yeah.
Hooray.
Huh?
I changed my name.
You didn't have a name.
Well, I decided on one.
Oh,
Well, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I'm Chibi Moon now.
Chibi Moon.
Chibi Moon.
Zoidberg approves.
Helena is now.
Chibi Moon.
Chibi Moon.
Why Chibi Moon? I'm just asking.
I love Sailor Moon, but I
I
kind
knew it. I knew it had to do with Sailor Moon.
Well, I know, but
CB's
I'm really
Sailor
irresponsible, so I'm a child.
So was Serena. So was Serena.
It's all right. No judge. No
Yeah,
judge.
but she was,
She was.
And
But fucking up her own life.
yeah, she had a man. Fucked it up.
Oh.
She had a daughter. Didn't realize there was a daughter. Fucked that shit up. And then sent her ass back. Yo, that's the most fucked up story in the world. Sent the daughter back because I think she's from a different. She's from the future, right? They were like, oh yeah, she's like, yeah, we helped save. Well, okay, well, me and your daddy like our alone time. Get your ass back to the bath. They did send her ass back though. She's like, I'm here to stay.
Talk about permanent vacation.
Yeah, and they were like, and that person was like, yeah, really, yeah, go back. Serena, thank God.
The fuck?
Speaking of fucking it up, let's talk about motherfucking Red fucking it up.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
I spent $1,200.
Wait, I want $1,200.
$1,200 on this.
Right
This
here,
was
wait.
supposed-
Post it up.
This right here. This was supposed to be the game changer, dog. I was supposed to get extra storage. Boom. I was supposed to get extra mount. Boom.
Can you not put an SD card in there?
I could put an SD card in there, but that defeats the point. I was supposed to get 3 fucking things. I'm supposed to turn this into a cinema machine. That's what it says on the fucking box. You know what it should say? A cement brick. Because other than having Android on it and being an okay phone with an older processor, because we had to wait because it kept being pushed back, the mods got canceled. They said, all right, cool. I'll give it a shot. I'm not going to be mad for too long. They're going to get a second phone out. They said, we'll give you a break on this phone. You just trade that phone in. You Gucci. Lies. These motherfuckers. I was waiting for it. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to get the Hydrogen 2. It's going to be all good and money well spent. Wrong. You know what the fuck happened? I find out 2 days ago, looking on my Google threads, I'm like, let's check out what the new news is. All right, cool. Red has decided to not go forward with the hydrogen program, and the fucking founder was like, skedaddles, bye. And then the new motherfucker in charge was like, nah, that shit's dead, bro. That shit's dead. So I got this semi-good phone. Yeah, it does. Semi-good phone that I'm going to try and figure out what I can do to, get my money's worth out of it.
Install it into
Tough luck, niggas. Always FUBU.
You know what?
I wish there was.
In Marshalls, there is.
Oh, there is. Yeah,
there is.
If you could find the Marshalls, they're going away like motherfucking.
There's one right next.
That shit looked like it was closed like
It
long
was.
as this Pulaski.
You know why? You know why it was closed? Because they was putting the LA Fitness store.
That shit been there. The Marshall looked like he got. Nah, fuck out of here. This is bullshit.
The Marshall's always been there.
I've never seen a late coming of a Marshall since fucking Django Unchained. Fuck out of here. Now get the Marshall.
So there's nothing you can do.
Besides cry inside.
Oh.
I cried also.
But
I'm like, I even bought another.
so
I was
are
trying
you-
to buy
No
another
type of
one.
mods that go with it?
The mods ain't coming out. They just killed it.
So
But
you
there's
really
no type of mods at all that go with it? At all?
Nope.
Like not even a motor mod?
That's
The fucking people who were supposed to design it said, oh yeah, remember those mods we talked about? Yeah, can't do them, son. And it's like, we went with you because you said you could produce the mods. Nah, dog. And then it was on the website, and it was off the website.
That
And
sucks.
now
That fucking
they
sucks.
dropped the phone to $800 something. But how does the fuck that helps me? Because that's how much I got to pay left in this month.
And you're dying inside?
And
nobody knows it but me.
That's why we're here. These niggas got me in my R&B singing feelings. It ain't even raining out.
Yes, it was.
Well, it was.
Yes, it was.
It was.
All day. All day.
That's not real.
You know what? I realized.
But it was
like,
sexy. It was that
every-
Usher rain.
Every Wednesday when we get ready to shoot this, it's fucking raining.
For the most part.
Because they want us to do Usher music video outside. They want us to do the, you know, you got to
The dancing,
Yeah,
the white
get the
fucking
fucking
t-shirts.
Yeah. Oh, oh.
Under the street light.
It's like,
Yeah, under the street light.
that ain't me, dog. I don't know.
A true Usher, bro. Fuck.
True
True Usher, bro.
True Usher, bro,
video.
sir.
Oh,
Sue you.
so I still haven't seen Joker yet. I need to see it. I'm fucking up the whole game.
You are.
I went to a photo expo. Got to fucking take pictures with my favorite fucking photographer.
Well-
I told him in his face. I said, "Dog, you were like my photography Yoda."
Who's this?
Jason Lanier.
Okay.
And I was like, photography Yoda, dog. And it was great.
Yoda.
I learned 2 hours worth of stuff. It was amazing. Shout outs to Jason Lanier. Boom, 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 boom. He probably don't watch this, but it's all good.
Why wouldn't he?
Send him the link.
It's probably not his thing. That's true, I might. But yeah, it was great. And then I had to work on set for like the next couple of days. So by the time I wanted to go see it on Sunday, I woke up, it was Monday morning.
That happens.
It does?
It does happen. Have you seen it? If you haven't, jump.
It looks like he has it.
It's his place. He just committed suicide. He's out. But it's all good. You land on your feet and be like, "Oh, damn it!" You know, you have to come get you. But anybody else do some stuff that was cool?
Stress the fuck out and want to kill people? No, I didn't do it. But
That's right. Plead the fifth.
Yeah.
I didn't do it.
I
I didn't do it. So it's been a trying couple of weeks. Like, just feeling like, okay, so I'm just gonna get this out the way. Does it feel to you guys that this year, come, Black Friday, Christmas, does it feel like fuck all that shit because barely anybody got money to spend that shit?
No lie, yeah.
Like on some real shit, like last year was like, I can spend a little bit of money, no big deal, right? I can get my shit.
I feel like every year I'm running less, like more and more out of money
right.
to do things because everything else keeps getting.
Every year or
Every year, like, what was the year that the PlayStation came out?
2008.
PS4, really? No.
Nah, way later.
No.
All right, 2013. I don't know.
You just made up some time.
Let me see.
Wasn't James Cameron.
26.
So maybe about 3 years ago. So 3 years ago,
Someone consult the Google.
I had money to buy a TV for myself, a PS4, and then I ended up missing out on a TV on a Black Friday special. So I ended up buying a PS4 for a friend of mine. You know, just so I could be like, he was like, "Oh, I don't have enough," and I was like, "I'll pay the rest of it." You know what I'm saying? So I had the money. You know what I'm saying? And then the following year after that, I was able to get a TV, and then last year I didn't get shit. This year I'm gonna owe money to.
That's right.
the store.
He really didn't get shit. I was kind of mad too because this year, like last year, is like I didn't want anything because I didn't see anything I wanted. That was the main thing for me last year. I was like, I didn't see anything I wanted. I was like, TV, I didn't care for it. I was like, and then it was like games. I was like, and I was like, what else is there for me to get? I was like, nothing. And I was like, well,
Couldn't even get the
well, the other was I was like,
special.
I was like, I don't want it. And then I was like,
Ah, the
Oh,
eye.
that was
The new eye?
I went clothes shopping. I was like, I want clothes, and I bought clothes. And I was just like, me going clothes shopping felt way more satisfying than buying material shit. Because I didn't want games, because I pretty much had I didn't really care what was out that year. I don't.
You know what they call that? Adulting.
Yeah.
You feel much more accomplished buying yourself clothes and food for the house
Right.
than you care about fucking buying the latest video game.
But I still
You can't eat a PlayStation 4. I tried it. Shit's bad on the digestion.
Yeah. No, but it's just like I didn't care for any of that shit. It was so stupid.
I'm just saying, man, that Kazuya.
Yeah.
Dirty motherfucker.
Pretty much. I don't know. Even this year, it's like, this year I don't feel the need to really buy anything. Like the only thing I really want to like get is like the new Call of Duty, which I haven't bought yet, but I'm probably gonna get anyway next week when I get back from Rhode Island Comic-Con. So that's it, and I don't see anything else in my view that I really want.
You don't have a Switch, right?
No. And that's the thing too.
Pokemon
I'm
comes
gonna
out.
get one.
And I was thinking about investing in getting a Switch. I was thinking about it. But the only thing I am going to do, like the only thing I'm really going to spend my money on is just replacing TV. But that's just replacing it with something, well, because they stopped making this one. By the way, I have an LG Super 9 series. So
Congratulations, they're about to rob you.
no, it ain't, 'cause I ain't get my address. But I have an LG Super 9 series. The only thing about it is they stopped making it. So I have to get the new one, which is the NanoCell 9 series. So that's the only thing. I mean, I have the.
What's the difference though?
Actually, the whole back, the back of the backing, the lighting.
No, I'm saying price wise, what's the difference?
Oh, about I have to pay. Well, I got a $600 from because when was it the insurance on it?
Okay.
So the $600 from the TV. So the about $400 more.
So it's 1,000.
Like 900. It's 900. It's 400. But it's gonna be less than that too. It's like almost 900. That's what I mean, because it's like they say it's 885 plus tax.
Yeah, but shouldn't that be covered with warranty though?
The warranty covers when they take the TV. They gave me the half of the trunk already, which is what the TV was priced for. It was $600. So I have to pay the rest for the new one. I can't.
It's like those fucking replacements.
Not even with LG though. Like LG won't be like, well, this is our screen. We'll fix it for you.
Well, I didn't go to Wall Street. I went to Best Buy because the insurance is under the Best Buy.
Okay.
That's the only difference.
Oh, okay. So the Geek Squad.
Yeah. So I rather take the credit, like take the with that and just get the new one. I mean, I don't mind spending the $400 right for the TV. I don't mind it because it's like I'm not gonna really buy anything else, and it's just a replacement. Because if this one was like 7, I wouldn't be paying that much,
Yeah.
But also too, I'm waiting until to see if it goes on sale Black Friday or Cyber Monday, and then if it does, if it's like $100 or $200 less, boom, bap, got my TV.
You in the corner, you gotta put the fucking.
Oh yeah, gotta put roll safe. You thinking?
So the thing is that besides that, I'm not really looking to do anything besides the TV. Other than that, the Xbox. I mean, there's nothing really to buy until next year. All new consoles are coming out Xbox is coming out next year. PS4, PS5 is next year as well. Holidays. So that's the only thing that really is worth buying for. And I think the rest.
Do you know what Xbox is doing right now? Have you heard the Xbox All Access? So they're doing a subscription service where you pay monthly. I think for the US is Amazon. So you pay a monthly subscription. You get 24 months of the Game Pass, which gives you 24 months of live, and you get a brand new Xbox console. You can either go with
how much is that?
Like $22 a month or a $35 for the X if you want the X.
35?
Yeah, $35 a month.
What do I gotta do?
You purchase it through Amazon, I think it is.
Purchase what?
The service, which is Xbox All Access. They send you a console, and then when the new console comes out, you do a trade up. So it's like leasing it.
Oh, it's like the iPhone upgrade program.
Yeah.
But you don't own it.
You own it once you fully pay it off. But if you don't pay it off and you do the trade up, then you do the trade up. And you start paying the difference for the new one.
But what if I got my Xbox, right?
It didn't say anything about those who already have the system.
See, that's the fucking catch. They want
That's
you
the
to
rub.
Yeah. It didn't say anything because I think they're still like getting ready to put it out soon or whatever.
Well, they got it. Yeah, they're okay.
As of right now, I only saw if you want to get like say if you only have an S or the regular Xbox One,
Which I do.
and you want to go for the X,
Yeah, I would.
then you can go for the X, and then when the new console comes out, you trade up for the new console.
I gotta check that out. I gotta do some investment on that.
And it gives you 24 months of pretty much everything.
I gotta see how much that really costs in dollar amount. Like where's
It's probably the amount of the console.
Yeah.
which
You're
is
probably paying for the console.
$399, which is $400. It was $399 for the X. Well, the basic X, right? Nothing like with it, no game with it.
It's the X, just the X. So they're sending you the
So
they're sending you the console.
So it's $399 or probably $350.
$399.
That's not too bad. I'll look into it, but I don't think I'm gonna do it because
For someone like me who doesn't have an Xbox,
Oh,
I could go for something like that. So
And I got one.
it works out.
yeah, we both got one.
Yeah, mine's collecting dust like a relic from natural
You
shrub.
stupid. So
Just dusted it off yesterday.
well, I don't know. Okay, I've been kind of. All right, so I haven't talked about this, but so in the world of music, Mr. Kayne West came out with his new album, and it's called Jesus is King. I heard it. I listened to the whole thing.
What'd you think of it?
Okay, so I grew up in church with church music, right? So it wasn't too far. Yeah, drink that.
It's that holy water.
It's
Felt the spirit
Yeah.
of the conversation.
Yeah. So it didn't bother me because, mind you, I went to the same church as Whitney Houston's mom and Whitney Houston did. You know, so that we were the same church. The thing is that I didn't mind the music per se. Not all the songs are great, but it's almost like he's trying to take over for Kurt Franklin. It's some real shit.
But how many times did you listen to it? Full through.
Okay, I listened to it once full through. Only reason why, because I was just like, I watched one of the interviews and I was just like disgusted. What he said. He said black people are culturalists now. That's what Kanye said. So
Did he explain why?
he tried. He certainly tried. And there's things that he said that I can't remember. There's so much shit that he said, it was just almost like rambling on without making a point sometimes.
Move, this cat looks real familiar.
And it's almost hard to like take everything in at one point. You almost gotta go back, rewatch it, and be like, okay. He just rambled, and it was on Big Boy. It was Big Boy. An interview with him, and mind you, I think Big Boy barely got. Big Boy barely got words out to actually ask him questions because Big Boy asked him a question, and it was like, Kanye running, and it was like, okay. Big Boy was like, but wait, okay, next question. Kanye going again, and then
So that nigga was going overtime.
bro, no.
I love how you. No.
No. Because the thing about it, it's not a solo. I'm not being interviewed by myself. This nigga's interviewed by himself, and he's talking and rambling on a constant basis, barely letting anybody get a word out. And mind you, this is Big Boy that he's trying to, like, what's he trying to do? He's trying to see where his mindset is when it came to making an album and everything. Mind you, he went from talking about making the album to how he said he's been part of he was canceled a long time ago. He was canceled. This is what he said. He said he was canceled when he was started wearing pink and green. He said he was canceled when he told.
When he first started.
Wait, hold on. It gets crazy. Yes.
I haven't seen that interview. I saw the Beats one.
No, I didn't watch that one yet.
I enjoyed that one.
I didn't watch
that
that
one.
one.
Was pretty dope. Like
because they were in Wyoming, and it was in Wyoming for that one, I think. Yeah. So he also said this shit. He said, I was canceled when I was telling people stop. I was canceled when I was telling hip hop that there's no need to like hate gays and shit like that. That was canceled already. I was like, I don't think you were canceled because motherfuckers were still going to your concerts, and you put out not one, but two, not three, but four, but like you put out like classic fucking albums. You weren't canceled, nigga. You
played yourself.
Like he and what's funny to me, and I heard it from a poet, that he is his own cliche in his own song.
Oh yeah.
And it's so fucked up. Like it's like how do you become that cliche? Like
He hates himself.
Like it's not even. I think he hates himself because he paid for his mom the surgery because that was coming off of his paycheck. So in other words, I think he blames himself.
Of course he did.
But I think it's taking effect. Obviously, now he's bipolar. Now he's on antidepressants, and now it's all this other shit. Look, I'm not saying when you lose a mom, it kind of does shit to you. But when you kind of look at yourself, when you kind of almost take fault into it, it fucks you up. He says a lot of shit during the Big Boy interview. I listen to the music. Not every song is great. I like some of it. It's still not that great. Also, too, he said he's not doing any of his old songs ever again because of the simple fact of, how do you put it?
He's changed.
No. He put.
It's completely changed.
Changed.
He's
Yeah,
not
like
doing any of the old music. You're not gonna hear or see the old Kanye because he's.
This is how he explained it. Hold on.
He wasn't of himself, so he's basically like fully religious.
Yeah.
He wasn't himself. He was of the world and not of Christ.
And this is how he said. He said, so Big Boy asked him, you're not gonna do any of your old music? He said, this is what he said. He said, does Apple bring out the iPod 4 again? And I was like,
at that point, I would have canceled that nigga right there. So you want to be canceled? You cancel right now for saying some dumb shit.
He's like, can you go buy the iPod 4? Probably on eBay or some other shit, but you can't buy that shit. He's like, yeah, you know, the same thing with me. Like I'm not gonna be doing my old music. And I'm like,
I'll just listen to the old albums. I don't need to listen to you ramble on about bullshit.
But
Facts.
and this is the thing I have. He's not the first person I've seen this happen. Like I have no problem with people that are being religious, somewhat. Yeah, I dropped that hard. I do in a little bit, and I don't, because some people take this shit way too hard in a way where, like,
Jesus Christ.
No, because because I may be the gay one of the group. At the same time, it's like, when they're putting the Bible up, saying, oh, gays are going to hell, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But didn't you just fuck your cousin the other day? And she's the first cousin, so I'm going to hell. I'll see you with me. Like, like, what the fuck? Like, there's been shit like that. And then let's be real about it. There has been a lot of bullshit that's been going on with the church versus, not now, but church period versus, like, black people in the beginning. The Crusades. Indigenous people, let's be real about that. Chinese people, Japanese people, like the church has invaded almost every fucking country, and not for nothing, they're the biggest fucking criminals. Like, and I mean Christianity by itself. But what I don't like, I'm okay with Christians, and I'm fine with that. But then when you see mega churches and you see fucking huge ass churches that's almost like the size of
For a dollar.
like always the size of a fucking building in New York, and the motherfuckers want you to pay, us, and you to give us donations so he can fly.
Get a G6.
Yes, a G6 so he can bless you.
What's the name of that show on I think it's HBO.
Yeah, the righteousness of the gemstones.
Yes.
That shit. And I know they're making fun of it, but a lot of that shit's true. Especially how what they do with the money.
The money. Everybody get a share.
Them motherfuckers writing checks. And mind you, they had a mega church. So you think about the mega church size and how many people show up, and then motherfuckers handing donations plus giving checks and like, was it money vouchers or something like that? Cause that's what it was, like some type of donation voucher or something like that. You write the amount you want in there. Cause the more you write, the more money you give, the more blessing.
The
So they say.
ties, right? Ties. It's called.
Nice.
So you're donating. You give like a monthly or weekly donation off of the strength of what you make.
Yeah.
And it automatically, like, you can actually put like your credit card information or your bank account information and tell them that you want them to automatically take that out.
Yeah, so it's like
to donate towards the church directly.
Yeah, basically it's
Bro, I don't even do that to my freaking student loans. You think I'm gonna
No, but when you
I don't think it's coming for me.
No, but like if you're an adamant like member of the church,
when you go to the
know
mega
what I'm saying?
churches, they do it. Not every
Some
church.
some smaller churches do it too.
What do small churches do
Yeah,
that shit?
some smaller like gospel type of like
Ooh, no.
yeah, like some smaller churches do it too.
Oh wow. Like it's weird though because it's like on the mega churches you see it more because
Of course.
you see
bigger.
they need
to keep the
it's
lights
a
on.
plain white sheet and it says you have to write your credit card number and how much you want
Like they'll take donations, like even if you're not gonna do like a weekly or monthly like a donation, you could do a one-time donation where they'll charge you and you could just put all the information on the paper.
it's in the collection plate. So you get the form, you get the plate when you sit down. It's right in front, and then you pretty much fill it out. The collection plate starts passing around. But anyway, going back to the whole Kanye thing,
Yeah.
I have no
the album.
I have no problem with Kanye being Christian. Yeah, it's not that, like I said, it's not
How many tracks is it?
Like 13.
13.
Oh, he kept the light this time.
Yeah, but I didn't, like I said, there's certain songs that are cool and there's certain songs I'm like, but I don't know mine. I have the problem with him being Christian, right? But I do have a problem when he starts talking.
11 songs. It's about a half hour long.
Yeah, I have a, yeah, I have a problem with.
He got the clips.
He got the clips together. Yeah, the song's fucking awesome. And then
It's the clips and Kenny G is on that.
yes,
song, too.
Get the fuck out
yes,
of here.
it's fucking fire.
It's called Use This Gospel.
Yes. It's fucking fire. I watched it. I watched it when they did his whole album live. He did his whole album live, and that's why I was like, that's why I was watching the whole. I was listening to it, and then I was watching him do it live.
It starts like if you're like at
You're at a church.
Oh, so it's basically like a whole service.
Basically, Kanye's in the middle, but the whole choir and the band is really in the middle, and literally, everybody else is sitting down and everything. He puts his daughters on the piano. They start dancing and stuff like that. Like it's a very church experience. And mind you, the church choir is black. Like it's really got like straight up.
It's a mix of
It's
everybody.
but more you see is you can see like there's barely any white people in there, but it is some. But the church thing, I like it. The only thing about it was just like people were saying that it was a cult. He even called himself. He was like, "Yeah, maybe I did go a little crazy with the white thing. It did look like a cult, bro, because everybody had to be dressed in white."
What is it, white party?
No, but that was his thing. Everybody had to be dressed in white. You know, if you dress in white, you're more looking like an angel. No matter what, it's a thing. You know.
Yeah, so he's changed up the flow of how everything is now.
Now they kind of look like they're in rags.
They're in his Yeezy collection.
Yeah, but they look like they're in rags. Like
it's the Yeezy collection. That's exactly what it is.
You know, it looked like somebody took a big ass gray sweatshirt.
It's all in like a lavender.
Lavender, yeah.
Lavender or plumish purple.
Almost like a motherfucker got off the fucking Noah. I'm not even joking.
I gotta say, it's my only thing. I was raised
And he
classic.
flies them too. He
I
flies.
was raised classic. Classic.
Classic?
I was raised Catholic.
You're a classic man.
That's
You
right.
can let me in the lamb on tea. I'm a classic man.
So basically, my thing is this. I believe in a few things when it comes to religion because I was raised Catholic. My thing is love thy neighbor. Most important thing in the gospel, love thy neighbor. I get mad when motherfuckers use their religion as weapons to other people.
Yeah.
Then it's not like it's like a song that says everything that you don't like about the world. And oh wow,
Yeah,
it looked like a bunch of fucking Skittles.
Mind you-
Escape the fucking pack.
I'm gonna let you finish, but I gotta talk about that too.
I'm gonna let you finish. Inner Kanye coming. I'm gonna let you finish. So, you don't even peep it. Subliminal, nigga. Subliminal. Roll safe, man. So basically, it's that, and then they say love thy neighbor, but then they're like, oh, but the case go in hell. Like, that's not love my neighbor then. You missing the whole fucking point. So it's like it's either one or the other, and I'd rather just love my neighbor and keep it moving.
Yeah. I just
Will
can't.
they always be doing something that I like? No, but I still
I can't stand church. I can't stand Christian hypocrites. And we and
I come from being raised in a church, like, from, like, day one.
actually, you want to speak on it, but you speak.
Yeah.
So that answer was yes.
We're gonna start a new commandment. Shut thy ass up.
It's a touchy subject.
It is for a lot of people. It's very, very touchy, and you can trigger someone off of just saying either something that they don't believe in or something that they do believe in.
Oh yeah,
Because
you
religion
see.
always has a different point of view from everybody.
Well,
You know.
you're Egyptian, right?
Yeah.
So technically, you have your own type of gods and own Jesus, right?
No, we believe in the Trinity. So
Oh.
in about, I think, 2015, the Pope of the Coptic Church met up with the Pope of the Catholic Church, and we're considered one now. So not exactly one, because there's things we still disagree on.
But Egypt had their own gods.
Egypt.
Ancient Egypt. Yeah.
So
Anubis.
Saint Mark from the Apostles came to Egypt and became the first pope.
Okay.
He spread Christianity. So yeah, you're right. There were gods, like a lot of gods. There was Christianity, then Islam came in, and Islam's mainly dominating Egypt. So yeah.
Gotcha. Anyway, this nigga Kanye. this nigga, I like I said, I've always loved Kanye. I've always loved Kanye's music, but at this point now, he sounds like he sounds like one of these dudes that you meet, right? Like, let me give you a scenario. You always see him. He's always like chill, this and that, blah blah blah. It's almost somebody you grew up with, like, and they're like, yeah, they were so different. They were so like, so completely different. They were all like, yeah, they would do all this bad shit, you know, they talk all this shit, blah 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 blah, right? They get in trouble somehow, or they have something happens to them, and it fucks them up, right? They almost have nowhere to turn to till somebody presents the Bible to them, right? And they may be hesitant to resist that first, which is normally the go, but somehow in their own way they start reading books and chapters on their own, and they talk to that person, somebody else, to actually understand it, right? But this person that they always talk to somehow veers them into making them into a hateful ass person, like a hateful ass like Christian or Baptist. I'm just, and it always seems to happen this way. They don't make them like actually a whole person, meaning like love thy neighbor and everything, this and that, blah blah blah. They always have a habit of being hateful somehow. And that's what Kanye West is doing now. The way he talks, and the way he does his interviews, the way he talked about with Big Boy and shit like that, he made me feel like he hates black people. On a fundamental level, the way he talked about it, it just seems like he hates black people.
I gotta see this interview.
Hold on. And there was something that he was supposed to say towards the end, and then he said, I'm not going to do that. Because it was like, yeah, black people, and then he was like, yeah, I'm going to stop right now. So there's a lot of shit that he's talking about, but he to me, he seems like he's hating black people more. Saying black people are culturalists? Like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Black people culturalists? We're the most cultured. They're shipping them and stealing from us. Like, are you fucking kidding me? We're culturalists, but when shit is ripped from us, now we're culturalists? Like, what the fuck are you, Kanye? You've been ripping songs from every other fucking the house music DJ in Chicago since you fucking started. You asked Jamie Foxx to do a fucking song for you, which really wasn't his because he was just fucking Ray Charles. But you asked him to do it, so you wouldn't get in trouble or sued. But we're culturalists. This is the point that I'm really frustrated with Kanye, and I get why people get frustrated. At one point, I was just kind of like, I'm just gonna ignore people and just listen to the music. But then I was just like, I watched the interview and it just,
Bro, I don't know why you let this nigga.
Yeah,
troll
that's
you
crazy.
So bad.
I know.
Because you've seen how he conducts interviews from day one. The sway in the morning. The fucking way he talks.
Half sway.
Exactly. The
I
TMZ
even did this.
The TMZ video.
Yeah.
All that shit.
But that
He's
was
not articulate in what he's
but here's the
saying.
thing: all the stuff that he's been saying, from before, like the whole Sunday service stuff. started happening,
Yeah.
It was him having his meltdown.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Yeah.
So that, I mean, you may not fully be able to understand what he was going through, but at the same time, he found Christ and he wants to do something else with it.
And that's not a bad thing.
Not saying that.
But you know what I'm saying? A lot of the new interviews that have come out from that, it's some of it may possibly seem contradicting to you because you're like, wait, so you were doing this and now you're doing this, and you're never going back to this? What do you mean? You know, but people change.
People do
I'm
change.
not mad that he's changing. I'm happy that he's changing his ways, but at the same time, he's saying things.
You may interpret it one way when he's thinking of it completely different. That man's mind is all over the fuck.
Correct. And he can't always articulate his
He's,
words properly.
yeah, he's probably. I'm not defending the man,
Right.
but at the end of the day, he might be trying to say it a specific way, and you're just like, "Fuck you!" Like, you're fat. Fuck you, nigga. And you're like, and he's like, "No, but I'm trying to tell you, like, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, see."
He's trying to bring some type of like
what
knowledge to it.
what
but
the
he
thing
can't articulate. He
the
can't
thing
use
the
words.
thing about that,
It just
that-
looks like he's like, "Boy," you know. And you're just like,
Yo.
the thing that gets me about him is just the fact that I'll say this to, I almost sound like some of these triggered people that get up in arms as soon as he says something, but I really sat down and listened to what he had to say. And that's the thing. I don't get triggered as soon as he says something like fucked up. I have to sit down and listen to everything he said. I didn't listen to the Shane one. I didn't listen to that one yet. But it was weird. I'm torn. Torn.
I enjoyed that other interview that I saw. I enjoyed it because, like,
Right.
probably the one thing that a lot of people are up in arms about is like he's the greatest artist of this time.
Of his generation. Well, of this time. Yeah. And I'm like, David Bowie, Michael Jackson, Mick Jagger still alive, James
A
Brown.
lot of people more
James
incredible than
Brown,
Yeah, but
Aretha Franklin.
it's a lot of people that of this time though.
Yeah.
Of this time, those people are no longer around. Those people are no longer creating things. That's previous. Right now, he's the only one that's creating something that's worth something that you can actually.
Musically?
Musically, yeah,
music
that
As
definitely.
taking risks, yeah. He does take a
Clothing,
lot of risks.
Clothing.
I'm not. I mean,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
not.
I'm still sorry, but
He doesn't really put that clothing out. It's mainly just what comes out of his mind. He puts it on the fucking runway, calls it a day. The only thing that is out is the sneakers. He wants to do his own
the
thing.
sneakers are one thing.
The
but-
music though, completely different sound.
Yeah.
Completely different now. When you go what was it? The first track.
Oh,
versus
the intro. Oh my
the
God.
first track versus
Oh.
all the other tracks. You're like,
So good.
oh, because the first one you're literally like it's literally just a choir
Yep.
going off,
So beautiful though.
and then you get further into the album and it's like, okay, there's the Kanye that I know, but it's clean Kanye.
Yeah.
It's not,
Oh, yeah, no cursing either.
no cursing. Is not explicit. No, nowhere is it explicit. I made sure to check.
Yeah.
Nowhere in there is it
Yeah,
explicit.
like
Even when the clips was on, there's nowhere where it was because Malice is actually a Christian rapper.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have like a Pusha T of the Christian world, you know what I'm saying? Because they both sound the same.
Yeah. Like I said, the only thing I disliked was the fact of what he said. But I had to sit there and digest it first before reacting. Now I know people that fucking reacted quick, like on my Facebook.
Everybody.
Like react. They
That's all it
reacted
is.
quick.
But did they show a snippet of it? Because that's what they
They-
did.
nah, nah, nah,
That's what they did with the TMZ shit.
They
only
showed the
part of it.
whole
And
thing.
when you watch the whole thing, then you realize that
I watched the
You're
whole.
like, oh, okay.
I watched the whole thing on my TV. I watched the whole thing, and so I
on
was
your TV?
on my.
Did you see it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The LG Super doesn't exist anymore. So I watched the whole entire thing. I had to sit there and like digest.
But
And
did you die?
but there was some really fucked up shit that he said.
I gotta
But
listen to it. I gotta listen to it.
But yeah.
There's this also too. There's this one thing I'm very curious about too, and I've never seen her really step out and say anything, or not saying that she has to stop him or anything like that, but she kind of lets him go off.
Because there's no stopping. That's like getting in front of a train and being like, stop! Stop, train!
Yes and no. Yes and
Yeah.
no. Yes and no.
Yeah, no, there's nothing she could do about that. There's nothing she could do about that. Nothing.
He said, I do. She said, for better or worse, and now she's got to deal with it.
Yeah. Oh, please stop saying those things. No, stop.
Please, no.
It's also weird though. It's
She's like, oh no, don't. Oh.
I tried. It's like those parents at the mall.
Aren't
with
you
the
gonna
kids
stop him?
fucking shit
No,
up.
wait, no, don't leave.
Exactly. I tried.
Come here,
Don't
son.
do that. Backing all this shit off the wall. Like, fuck your best friend.
now. Do you believe?
Y'all used to see them motherfuckers.
We've
Do
all had
you
those
believe?
moments, for
Do you
sure.
believe Kim Kardashian is the most hottest woman on the planet?
No.
I mean, if you went to a doctor and got a whole bunch of shit made up, they could make anybody look like anything.
I know they all look like they're related to Michael Jackson. But anyway,
Careful, they might.
You know why? Because they're dangerous. Dangerous!
yep.
But
Yep.
I mean,
Every nigga with money, watch out.
well, they're just as destructive as the Jackson family, but that's saying a lot.
My nigga.
True story.
Bro. Yeah, salt there, salt on the moon. Salt.
Just a little spackle.
So good. Hey, Patrick. Ever. Put a fucking side in it.
That's Patrick. The thing is that yeah, I have to you have to do that, yeah. I was supposed to say something else, I forgot. I forgot.
You saw El Camino, right?
Yes, it did.
What is
You saw
that?
El Camino?
What is it? Well,
It's the Breaking Bad movie. After Breaking
I
Bad.
did not finish that.
Oh man, you ain't never meet no Frank Sinatra.
How you not finish it? How do you start a movie and not finish it?
Yeah, Cedric. How do you start a movie and not finish it?
Oh, you talking to me?
Yeah, Elena. How you start a movie and not finish it?
I didn't even watch Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Brown House, how you start and not finish it?
Exactly. Go back to your ass, Green Ranger. Back.
Like, no. Ah.
So just tell me this, as spoiler free as possible. Will I be
Yes.
happy? Yeah!
Why
Alright.
El Camino?
It's kind of an emotional roller coaster.
I believe it.
But
Because the
That
guy.
last
it's-
season was
it's
fucking
like-
powerful.
yeah, it definitely like hits you, tugs on the heartstrings a little bit.
The further adventure.
Hi,
of
Patrick.
Jackson
Hi, Patrick.
Pinkman. Yeah, the
That was
hardships.
fast.
The
We
hardships.
like him.
The hardships of Jesse Pinkman.
Ooh.
God damn it.
Man.
I mean, the boy suffered. Let me put it that way. He fucking suffered.
In the show? In this show or Breaking Bad?
Well.
In general,
in
as a character.
Well, as a character, yeah.
But in this movie,
oh my God.
you really get to like see firsthand like what he had to endure.
Me after Breaking Bad?
Yeah, it continues right after. He
Driving
drove
the fuck
away.
away.
Drive off, right?
Yeah, he drove away. That was it. He was that was it.
Oh, he was screaming, right? Yeah.
He was having
He had
a
money,
celebration
too.
moment.
He didn't have money.
No.
He had a lot of
He gave
money.
it away, remember?
Yeah,
No, he didn't.
he did.
He was out of the game. He said, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Yeah, he was like, and then he got the El Camino, stole that shit, bounced.
He fucking put that shit. I remember he put that shit all in that little jungle gym, the little fucking turn thing. And started laughing like. I said, damn, that's exactly what I'm gonna be when I'm debt free. Laughing on the fucking kids turn like. I'm rich.
Go on a slide.
So basically, what's
no
her name
dead.
is actually dead, though, right? Walter's dead.
He's quite. No, he didn't get reanimated. He's dead.
Yeah, they didn't show anything about that. That nigga died.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. He
When
died.
the trailer came and they listed the 9 people that were dead, I was like, wait, let me go back and watch that shit. I said, 1, 2.
Who was the 9 people that were dead?
That's what I'm saying. I was counting motherfuckers to make sure what was one of them. Because if they said a number that wasn't what I saw, then it could have been like, that nigga's alive.
Yeah. At one point, it kind of like gives you that like, what? And then it's like, nah, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
You're like, all right.
Like, yeah, I mean, even the actor's kind of the main actor who plays him. He's kind of like, that motherfucker dead.
He never fucking said anything.
He dropped hints. Kind of like The Sopranos. They ain't dropped that shit until years later after James Gandolfini has been passed. Rest in
Because they
peace.
couldn't do a fucking another one. Like,
They just dropped. They were like,
They're doing a prequel.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Saints-
really?
Is
the
it-
Saints
Yeah.
of Newark.
Saints of Newark. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be a movie.
it is a
It is
movie.
Yeah,
I
and
think
his
his-
son is playing him.
Young.
Looks just
Oh,
fucking
word?
like
Yeah.
Looks like the cat.
Eh,
Like him.
he was one of, by far, one of the most underrated actors. By far.
and hot.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Fucking one of my favorite movies of his was the fucking Last Castle.
Oh.
That movie.
Damn.
I don't own many movies on DVD, but that movie
Had
is
Robert
in the
Redford in it.
list.
Robert
Redford,
Redford.
yeah.
was
Had
amazing.
Robert Redford
Mark
and
Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
That's right.
He wasn't there.
That's right. And he wasn't even on the terrorist watch list then. It's not.
Yo. But probably
He was a protester, so they got him on the list.
my favorite.
Word, he is.
Damn, that's fucked up.
They got
The Hulk? Yeah.
on a terrorist list.
Watch list, yeah.
Who? America?
Yeah, so
No, Afghanistan. Of course, Americans.
I don't know shit. What they got the Hulk on a terrorist watch list?
Well, he's Mark Ruffalo. He ain't the fucking Hulk. If it was the Hulk, that'd be a different damn story.
I knew they wouldn't be able to stop. I would drain him before his
Like,
blood.
oh, you're a protester? Are you good?
I would drain him for his blood, though.
I think
you
he
got,
had,
B?
the best short film appearance I felt, even though he made it strong though, was in True Romance.
Who?
James Gandolfini?
Yeah, James Gandolfini. Yeah,
What was True Romance?
that was a Tarantino written film.
Was that when the 70s thing?
No. That was with Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette. It was kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde story, but it was Tarantino style.
That was the one with Dennis Hopper talk about the Moors, right?
Yeah, the Sicilian scene.
Sicilians, yeah. That was
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
Oh, brother, you
It's a good
gotta
one.
check
I
it
gotta
out.
watch
That's a good one.
It's
You should
just
check
amazing.
it out.
You know what's weird? Ever since Sopranos and ever since I I'll finish.
No, it's cool. I
So,
mean, yeah. Pre-Soprano.
so in Sopranos they filmed in Harrison.
Of course.
Right.
They filmed all over Jersey.
Yeah, but Harrison
Pizza
particularly.
Land represent.
But Harrison particularly, Harrison, New Jersey particularly. One, the football field where they did where Junior meets Tony and talk about how he used to be and this and that. That was at the old football field.
Yep.
Yeah.
The auto body shop is right there on Passaic Avenue. Where they dumped one of the bodies is underneath the bridge over there. Where Christopher shot that dude, it was just like, yeah, I'll take care of it, this and that. Shot the black dude, and killed him. That was underneath the bridge, underneath the turnpike, going from Harrison to Jersey City. That little like if you know.
I know exactly what
Yeah,
you're talking about.
that's over there. So they shot in Newark, they shot in Belleville, they shot in Bloomfield.
what was it? I think
And the
last
high school was Harrison High.
I think the last season they did a scene where they were eating at a Chinese restaurant.
Yep.
And they had left the Chinese restaurant and beat up some dude in the alley and tied him to the back of a car and let the car drag him down the street.
Yep.
That was in Jersey City. I was there at the filming.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I was there at the taping. It was crazy.
I was actually in high school when they were doing the whole filming where Edie Falco and Tony met with the school about Junior, and he was was it Anthony, and they were walking by. So the window, when he's walking by, you see the window when Edie Falco stops. I'm actually in that class right there.
Get the fuck out.
I was just like right there. I was like there, and then that's Patrick. And then also too, I remember when season 1, when Pussy's Auto Body Shop. That was in Harrison, right near where where Popeyes is. Yeah, right, that auto body shop right there. So, I was coming home from football practice one day, right, and I was like tired as fuck, and then I'm walking by the auto body shop. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? I'm like, oh shit, it's Sopranos and shit. And then I wound up dropping my shit like, poof. And the next thing I I pick it up, I turn around, and guess who's right behind me? James Gandolfini and fucking Anthony.
Oh.
The Anthony Soprano. I forgot his name, but.
Yeah, nobody knows that nigga name.
Yeah.
You know that nigga name? It's all the Googles, nobody knows his name.
Nah. But Anthony Soprano. I turn around and he's laughing that I dropped my shit. James is like, you all right? And I'm like, yeah. I think I'm okay. And I'm just sitting there looking like.
I think I'm okay.
And I'm sitting there looking at him like.
I had that moment one time when I went to WrestleMania.
But I stunk though, because I came from practice.
That was.
Well, you had that freeze moment?
Yeah.
Who was it?
It was Kofi. Kofi.
Nigga, you like Kofi?
So I was leaving my seat and I was walking across to try to get out, and I was like, I couldn't go up because it was like just mad people there. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go across. And as I'm going across, I'm in this area where they were filming the UPN 9, I guess like post show or whatever.
It was at the time it was SmackDown too.
Yeah, so they had like the guy that did like the Channel 9 news, the sports casting and all that shit. And then I was like, oh, okay, I see all that stuff, and I see the cameras and stuff, and I was like, oh, cool. And then it like completely clears out. I'm like, where the hell did everybody go? So I keep walking up the stairs, and then I bump into someone, and I was just like, oh shit, my bad. And I look up, and it's Kofi, and I was like, he was like, you want to take a picture? And I was like, my phone died. He was like, next time. I was like, there won't be a next time.
Oh, that hurts. That
hurts.
So sad.
So
I was like,
not to one up you, but I met Kofi and Xavier Woods at Atlantic City Boardwalk Con. Never think I would be meeting them, but they had a wrestling event in. They were having a wrestling event in, I think it was in Atlantic City, and Kofi and Xavier Woods, they're con goers.
Yeah.
And I was surprised that they went as Xavier Woods went as the Black Ranger with his shirt off. Yeah.
That never had his shirt on.
Yeah, no. True, he did. He went with his
hip hop kid.
Yeah. He went with his shirt off and everything, and then Kofi was dressed. I was like, that's Patrick. And then it was like because I was in my was that regular clothes or my Sith clothes? Can't remember. I think it was in my Sith. I think I was in my Sith clothes, and then I was like, I was there, and then I was just like, I think I had my lightsaber in my hand. I was just like doing this, and they were like, I was like, ah! Kofi, Xavier, you, and I was like, yeah, think about it.
I would be scared of an imminent attack because your crazy ass came up to me.
I am. Like I said, I'm one of those people that get really starstruck. I'm like, you, yeah, you, yeah. I'm one of those people. Like Hadrian had to almost like throw water on me.
Chloroform your ass?
Because
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Because I was in LA, and he was like, because where he lives at, there's the Starbucks is where the stars go to, or where the assistant of the stars get their Starbucks. And it was just like, are we gonna see some stars? He was like, you might. And I was just like, And I was like, but there's a lot of people that go to that Starbucks. I was just like, I think I know you. I think I know you.
Anybody else get starstruck? You get starstruck? You ever seen any stars? You be like,
There's a plenty.
move me.
I remember when you used to work. I remember when you used to work at Best Buy. There was plenty of stars that came in there. So music.
She don't know. She don't know. Like I was there and I was like, wait, you were helping this person? She helped Just Blaze one time.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And the
She's so adorable.
she helped Just Blaze out, and then they had moved you and they gave it to someone else. I remember that.
Oh.
Yeah, Just Blaze was there. Who else? I think Victor Cruz.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Has gone there.
Victor Cruz.
Little Mock actually came in there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Who else has gone in there that I was like, damn, it's an actor that like if you see him you'll be like, but like
So he's probably one of
She
those
was winning a
character
lot of
actors
shit.
that you don't know his
yeah,
name.
it's like, you don't know his name, but then you see him, you're like,
Yo, you ain't that shit. I love you, dog.
Was it the dude from the barbershop?
no,
Was it Ricky?
no.
I met Ricky at
No, you could tell. Like you're like, okay, I know where
Yeah.
he's from. No, but
I
this
met
guy,
Ricky
like,
at MetLife when I was working at MetLife Stadium.
Who the fuck is Rick?
From barbershop?
Oh, Michael Eli.
Yeah. I was just
Oh,
like,
shit.
I was like, Ricky. He was like, hey, what's up? I was like, Ricky.
that
Too
happened.
bad nobody pulled the shotgun out.
That happened to me when I was in Home Depot, and Fabulous came in to buy paint.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
F-O-B-O.
B-L-U-S.
He comes in to buy.
Spells it wrong.
He comes in to buy paint, and people are like, "Oh my God, Fabulous!" I'm like, "He's a fucking person, and he's buying paint. Leave him alone." And he was like, "Respect you, dog."
I help everyone. I've helped apparently people from the NFL.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nice.
No idea. I don't even care.
Oh, Keenan has been in there too. Keenan Thompson, he walked in there.
Well, I guess that's weird because the nearest Best Buy for him. Well,
But if you there, do you
But-
really want to go
Well,
there?
I've seen him
well,
twice.
well.
I've seen him twice. He walked into that Best Buy, and he's also been in the Home Depot in North Bergen.
well, that's weird because the reason why I say that is because every time I see Keenan, he hangs out at somebody's apartment at Rock Bar, and it's like his car is always parked in front, like, and I was like, because like when there was a party at Rock Bar, I was just like, I was just hanging out, this and that, and it was just like, you see him walking into the apartment right or going upstairs. I'm like, I guess his friends lives there, and they're just like, I was like, Keenan? He's like, hey, what's up, man? What's up? I'm like,
Yeah, that sounds like.
I'm like, big fan, man. Been fan of you since heavyweight.
Damn, nigga, that was a long time ago. That was before my.
And mind you, that was before Mighty Ducks, and there's also what's his fucking name? Tropic Thunder. The main dude.
Robert Downey.
No.
You said the main dude.
He wasn't the main dude in the show, the movie. It was
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller was in heavyweights. He was
Yes, he was. He was the same nigga who he was
in Dodgeball. Yeah.
correct.
Let me give her a woo hurricane. That makes me beat my own blood.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, I fucking like it. Damn, Rip Torn was in that movie.
Dodgeball.
Yeah. You never saw Dodgeball?
She's been under rock, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah. When you had told me about how she watched all of Star Wars and she was so like beguiled or everything, she's like, wait a minute. Anakin Skywalker is Darth Vader?
Yeah.
Boom! Mind blown. I'm like,
Spoiler
oh my God.
alert.
I was like, oh my God.
Yo, and I sat there and I'm just like look
Yeah,
at
you gotta
it,
wait.
Look at the screen and she was like, oh, and I was like, yeah.
Now you know.
Full
circle.
There we are.
So what's crazy is that did anybody see the last trailer to the Star Wars movie?
I am not.
I'm done with these.
Oh, can I say?
What the hell is a final trailer? When did we start doing this shit? Obsessively pounding everybody with this shit like, go watch the movie, go watch the movie. Bro, you showing me more shit about the movie, and I want to be surprised.
Yeah, that's how I'm
You know
like,
what?
nah.
Let's
The switchblade fucking
Yeah.
saber was enough for me. I'm like,
Yeah,
That's it.
You
I'm
can
ready
end
to
it on
see
that.
it.
Wait.
and they're not even playing the new. They're not even playing the new trailer in the movies right now. Because I went to go see Black and Blue the other day.
How was that?
Oh, fucking great.
Nice.
I want to like I like, which is weird. I wanted to see the trailer, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it. And it's I hate to say it, did I fall out of love with Star Wars? Not really, but I mean, there's a couple complaints I have, just like any Star Wars fans. It ain't Star Wars if you fans don't complain about it.
You said a couple.
Yeah. Oh no, real quick. It's real quick.
I'm giving you two.
First of all, when they destroyed the lightsaber in the no, it's not because did you watch it? That's why I stopped. That's why I stopped. 'Cause
No, we still have to watch 7 and 8. So
there you go.
Force
I
Awakens.
got Force Awakens right there.
Oh, you got Force Awakens on
Yeah,
Blu-ray?
Force
All right,
Oh,
lit.
word?
And she needs to see Last
Okay,
Jedi. But Last
here's-
Jedi is on Netflix. So.
See, here's the thing about Last Jedi.
Go back to your points.
Anyway,
I already know what your thoughts on Last Jedi. I was about to say
But-
Black Jedi.
the Black Jedi on Black Jedi. Black Jedi. That would be a good movie.
It's got to be animated by the motherfuckers who did Black Dynamite.
Yeah.
Black Jedi.
Starring Michael J. White, and that'd probably be a
That'd be
great
fucking
going
great.
I'd watch that. I'll be watching that
sell.
because his martial arts and lightsaber that'd be on point. But anyway, starring. So when they broke the lightsaber in the last movie, right? Okay, Booker T. When they broke the lightsaber in the last movie, right? I was like, oh shit, this has nothing to do. Like, it's completely done now. It's gone, right? Because no matter what, you always see when a lightsaber is broken, they always find a way to make a new one, right? And you make a new one, and it's almost like your last step of becoming a Jedi, right?
Yep.
She did not do that. She had the same broken fucking lightsaber, and all she did was just not even make a new one. It's the same fucking lightsaber. I'm kind of mad. Why they do that? First of all, why they do that? First of all, and why did they not just give her a lightsaber staff? Because she's been trained how to fight with the staff. You see her in the first fucking.
We don't know that.
They showed in the trailer.
Don't matter.
The first two trailers.
Don't matter.
And you see it, no matter. Well, here's the thing. They show her with the lightsaber in all production, all of it. They don't even show her like without any other fucking lightsaber or anything like that.
It don't matter. You can add that post-production. They're probably just showing you, and you're gonna be like, "What?" to throw you off, and then you're like, "Oh, she made her own."
Remember,
shit.
Avengers showed the fucking Hulk, and the Hulk wasn't in the fucking end of the Avengers.
Already it did.
So watch out for that shit.
Yeah.
They will lie to your ass.
But also too
They will build you candy houses.
but what they did do, what they did do for the second trailer was show the dark version of herself with the dual light and I was kind of like, good, but it was like, why is she a Sith?
That's what I'm saying. You don't know.
And
It
I
could
was
be a dream. You
and
don't
I was
know,
like,
bro.
okay.
It's a trap.
But they also trained the mythos.
I was so close. I was so close to be like, "Jesus Christ."
But they also trained. Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! They also changed the mythos of how you change a lightsaber from color. You make it bleed.
We still on the first point of the second.
I'm done after that.
Yes!
So I'm just what I mean is I'm confused because they changed the mythos about how you make a lightsaber, how you make a red lightsaber. You make it bleed,
Yeah,
right?
You gotta bleed the
So
crystals.
we don't know. Granted, the movie hasn't come out yet. We don't know. But at the same time, are they going to show the process of that, or is she just going to find a red lightsaber? We don't know.
We don't know.
We're going to see, bro.
We don't know. Or maybe Kylo Ren is just shitting out red ruby because like,
He might be.
here,
He's
take two,
angry enough.
bitch.
We will probably see her doing some type of forging process.
The great thing I will say, they show the Knights of Ren, and I'm happy about that. Because they did nothing with them in the last movie. Nothing.
Did you see
Who's
the,
next?
Did you see the trailer for The Mandalorian? I did not. I don't want to.
What?
They didn't really show too much.
I don't want to see it.
No,
I
but-
want to like.
You're just gonna
You
go
want
in
it-
fresh.
I want to go in first episode on the 12th and just be like,
Word.
What's that gonna be on?
wow.
Is that gonna
Disney
be on
Plus.
Disney
Plus.
Yeah.
Who's the count?
Day one, bruh. Day one.
So
Can't
let's talk about Disney Plus. So Disney Plus
who
does.
got Verizon?
I don't.
Not I.
No. Free for a year with Verizon. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got
you're
Verizon?
right.
Yeah.
So Disney Plus, not only does you get Disney Plus, you get Discovery Channel. You get Discovery Channel. You get
Still exists?
yeah, bro.
I don't fuck with my
You
regular
get, well,
cable
you
no
don't
more,
get
nigga.
well, it's some. It's,
You get Discovery
it's a
Channel.
Piece of, it's a piece of Discovery Channel. 'Cause
Yeah,
how they have like a bunch of different Discovery channels,
Packages, yeah.
and then there's also a Nat Geo.
Nat
stuff,
Geo.
too.
Yeah, yep. So-
They bought the licenses for The Simpsons, so they're gonna have all
Those-
seasons of The Simpsons.
Oh,
on
wow.
there.
That's
So-
wait,
Fox
wait.
is up?
Well, because
Yeah.
they bought Fox, but also too, it's a great thing too. They actually are going to. Well, Kevin Feige is actually going forward with doing Daredevil,
Yeah, I heard.
and he.
It's a PG-13 though.
No, but what also too, what he's going to do is apparently he's.
Oh, he's using the character. He's using the character from
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones and Daredevil.
He's basically Daredevil was supposed to be intro to Jessica Jones, and
Apparently,
apparently
he said he don't care about any of the other Netflix shows. He's just dealing with
oh,
those two.
wait,
It
no,
might
no,
be
no,
Punisher though.
no,
They
Punisher,
might.
Punisher, they got
There's a
Punisher.
possibility.
They got Punisher as well?
John Bernthal.
Is signed on the Punisher.
He's amazing.
He's
phenomenal.
what they did, they took Daredevil, Punisher, Jessica Jones. Those are the only three. Now they could do Iron Fist, and what I'm saying they could. The most successful one is actually probably, or the other one is Luke Cage.
That's true.
Like Luke
Yeah.
Cage.
But Homeboy's still fighting evil.
Yeah, on that show, Evil.
Well,
If they don't continue it, I would be okay if they still included him in the series.
well, that's what they
I
said they're
wouldn't mind that
doing.
at all,
That's fine.
actually.
Well, they said
Because they want to continue a Daredevil series and possibly do a Jessica Jones series.
well, yeah, what they're doing is going to continue like they
It's
like they
gonna
did
be
before. What
PG-13.
they did before, introduced Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. Somehow they're going to do it. Somehow they're going to do a Heroes for Hire somewhere. But the other thing too is, I don't know if they're going to do
They would
Iron
reca-
Fist.
if they fucking recast for Iron Fist, I wouldn't be mad.
I would.
Everybody except, everybody they can
Skyler
keep.
Wayne,
And
Yeah.
No, everybody can stay except for Finn. Finn can go.
Yeah.
Finn can go do.
Finn, yeah.
No, for real, Finn can go do something else where he gets to die in it, and he'll probably be a better actor.
Shut up.
Because the second season, I'm not gonna shit on it. Second season was good.
It was a
but
big
it was too
improvement.
little, too late.
What I didn't even watch the second season. I
Bro.
watched like the first two episodes and then
Bro, it was
redeemable.
good.
It
Watch.
was good.
It's very
Watch.
redeemable.
You'll get mad because you're like,
But you know the
Cliffhanger, not
you
fun.
know the Shang-Chi is supposed to actually the
be
movie.
what Iron Fist should have been.
No, well,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
but Shang-Chi is supposed to also they're trying to see what Shang-Chi does, and then from what I said that they're going to see what Shang-Chi does, and then go try to make Iron
Iron
Fist.
Fist. That makes sense. That makes
Because
sense.
that makes sense. Yeah.
because they wanted because the TV shows are gone, so we're gonna do
Gone.
Shang-Chi, right, with the 10 rings, right, because the Mandarin's in there, but also too Shang-Chi's a link between all the he's a link between
Isn't that supposed
What,
to be
Kung
part of
Lao?
the next?
he's with Kung Lung
Come on.
and the monastery from Doctor Strange, the
Oh, right. The something sanctum.
yeah. No, not in New York, but where he was training.
Oh, and was it
That was-
no,
The bad, something like that.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But where Doctor Strange is training, Kung Lung, and where Shang-Chi is like it's all
Connected?
they're all connected.
Oh,
So
that'd
what
be
they're
cool.
doing is like link. So Shang-Chi linked to Doctor Strange where he was training and stuff like that, and Kung Lung is the center point of that. So they're gonna see what Shang-Chi does. Doctor Strange is already getting another movie because he's doing it with the Madness of the Multiverses or something like that.
Multiverse of Madness.
Multiverse of Madness with Scarlet Witch. So there you got that. So
Might get Quicksilver back.
let's pray that, like I'm
Hopefully
not.
that nigga can run fast this time.
Yeah.
He caught bullets with his chest. Nigga, please.
You stupid.
So let's just do this. In
Shit.
Feige,
I'm
we
glad I'm
trust.
not the only person that was like,
Yeah.
that's fucking
Oh, yeah.
stupid.
Karmatage, there we go.
Traumatized.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go.
So
Aquaman gonna drown in the tub?
And then the Hulk gonna get the gout.
my foot. Which Hulk?
Ah, well, isn't there only,
Hogan.
well, folks, the family.
Hulk Hogan? You stupid.
Yo, you
He coming for you?
You want to talk wrestling?
Huh?
Have you watched wrestling? Have you?
Yeah, I've been.
What do you think about SmackDown last week?
I did not watch SmackDown last week.
Yes, you
I saw
wrestling
like
fans.
clips.
Let me ask you this. What's up with this new, y'all talk about this new wrestling syndicate that's coming.
Oh, AEW.
It's on tonight. It's actually on right now.
Elaborate on that, because we haven't heard much about that.
You go.
Yes,
You
you
go
guys are
first.
wrestling guys.
So AEW is basically the guys who are really hardcore into like their wrestling. They love wrestling,
Indie.
and they want to be able to do their not even indie, because it's a lot of the top guys too. Chris Jericho,
Cody.
Cody Rhodes.
Oh, okay.
He's part of it. You know, I think he's like the part of CEO or something like that.
Kenny Omega.
Kenny
Probably
Omega.
wrong-
A lot of people from Japan, a lot of people from Ring of
Dean
Honor,
Ambrose. Yeah.
stuff like that. And they want to be in control of their character and what they get to do versus all the safety guidelines and
Basically
the shit
Vince.
that like the storylines that WWE is giving them. Like their creative has gone to shit within the last couple years.
Oh my God!
And
Like,
it's so
I don't
fucking
even
bad.
watch
you want to know how
And
bad?
it's only like a select few people that are actually like control of their contract, where they can be like, I can say whatever I want, I can do whatever I want, and I'm in control of my
John Cena's
merchandise.
one of them.
Yeah, John Cena's one of them.
He's like
Roman Reigns is
Undertaker,
another one.
Undertaker.
Undertaker.
Triple H.
Triple H is like the
well, because
fucking,
he's works for the
Exactly.
company.
yeah, he's the
The
guy. You know what I'm
Head
saying? He's
honcho.
Vince. You know, he's
That's true. He is.
Yeah, he's
You know,
Rollins
Rollins not so much,
and Brock.
but he has a mouthpiece, so it doesn't really matter.
Still, he's in control of what
He has a mouthpiece that is part of creative.
Yeah.
Would you say it's kind of similar to ECW or not really?
What,
No,
AEW?
it's not. It's so you have the hardcore elements of like the Attitude and the Ruthless Aggression era,
Right.
but it's not like it's still because it's still on TV, so
That's
it's
true.
not extremely hardcore.
Gotcha.
But when they get to like their pay-per-view events, it gets pretty crazy.
Yeah, like
That's
they
fair.
like this is one of the only wrestling companies like to be put on TV that actually have gay and trans wrestlers. Not, and I mean, gay and trans wrestlers are not like what people would think. They're fucking wrestlers. They're just gay. Like they have this one. His name is Sunny Kiss, right? This motherfucker's doing splits. This motherfucker's jumping off the rope. This motherfucker is doing kicks, like kicks that are above your like standing kicks and stuff like that. He's doing shit that you see only cruiserweights do, and he's so good at it. And he like motherfucker was getting beat up, and then motherfucker was just like hitting him, right? The nigga did a split while he was getting beat up. It was like, and then dude jumped over him, kicked him in the face. I was like, God damn, the wrestling, the gay wrestlers that they have in AEW, and the trans wrestlers that they have in AEW, I would say I'm like the biggest fan of, because they don't get to be put on the platform like the way they should. Like if they went to WWE, they.
So a
Yeah.
perfect example, Darren Young, he came out, and when he came out,
Tag team champions got taken from this.
yeah, he was a tag team champion. The belts got taken away from him like a little while, and they were saying that has nothing to do. There's no correlation.
And it's a lie.
He got less TV time, and then it went to the point where they just didn't use him at all, and they released him from his contract.
Yep. And mind you, you went to.
Went to high school with him, yes? Yes, you did. So did.
Wow.
I know it's full real government. It's Fred Rosser III.
Yep.
He was our fucking best class president. That's my nigga.
So you know they do things like that. So with AEW, a lot of the talent now has their own basically their freedom to do whatever they want. They can even go to other. I think they're trying to like cut down on it now because they're seeing that they're starting to become a little legitimized. But they're allowing people to go to other events. So if they want to go to like a house show with like a local
wrestling show,
like a local wrestling show, and they're like, oh yeah, he's gonna do a match real quick, and he's gonna sign some autographs after. They'll let them do that.
That's pretty good.
They can go to Japan and fight for titles in Japan and bring the titles live on TV.
That's
so they can go to
They're allowed to go to any other like promotion, take a title from that person, and then bring it on. So I think the Mexican AAA titles are on AEW right now.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Damn, so it's like real live like crossplay.
Yeah. So legitimate, like if it was boxing and you're watching a US fighter go to the UK and take a UK title and then fight for that title back in the US.
Pretty legit.
So you can be you're literally the world heavyweight champion.
Like legit.
Yeah.
AEW now has their own championship, and I don't know.
Jericho's champion.
Jericho's champion. So they gave him the championship off the rip, and was perfect about that too. What I was saying, like how they're able to say whatever they want.
The taste of the bubbly.
So, that's his catchphase right now. Taste of the bubbly.
He drinking whenever he wins or when he's in the back talking shit. He's like, Jericho. He says some shit and then he's like, right now I'm gonna take a sip of the bubbly. As he sips Japan.
Champagne.
Champagne just like sip of the bubbly.
Jack Swagger.
I remember Jack Swagger. Yeah.
His real name is Jack Hager. He's been doing MMA for.
He won his first match.
He's won a bunch of matches already.
I only see his first one.
He's undefeated right now. He's got like 3-4 matches.
Well, he's had a great. He's when he says All American when he was in WWE.
Yeah.
He's actually an All American wrestling champion.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's followed Kurt, like almost wanted to be following Kurt Angle.
He's now doing MMA and now he's on AEW. So right now they're trying to get him out of his final match contracts. So once he's done with his final match, then he's gonna go. He'll probably be doing AEW full time. But he came out, I think, on the debut show of AEW. He came out and attacked someone, and he just destroyed like a couple people, and everyone went crazy. And I think the next episode they're out. Jericho had like his little squad, and he's standing there, and the people are chanting for him, and they're saying,
"We the people,"
because that was his
catchphrase
in WWE. And Jericho grabs the mic. He's like, hold on with it. He's like, cut that shit out. We're not saying that. He was like, that was a bad saying from bad creative, and we're done with it. And I was like, woo, shots.
He actually dropped the F-bomb. But anyway.
Write the walls down.
Yeah, he does. And that's one thing I like about AEW. Now, the WWE saving grace is NXT. And the UK, NXT UK.
But it's been falling short now.
NXT?
Yeah.
Well, when you're basically the only sale to fucking move it's gonna take fucking forever.
So
when
they're basically using the developmental characters and trying to bring them up, and then they'll move them on. Now what they're doing is that they're taking older talent that were been moved to the main roster. And they're putting them back on NXT to drive more people to watch.
What are you talking about, Finn Balor?
Finn Balor's back on NXT.
I know that, but he's the only one that's there.
And he's a heel again.
I love that.
He said the Prince is back, so he's talking about Prince Devitt. Yeah.
Prince Devitt was a heel.
Yeah. So he said the Prince is back. Yes. Yes.
It's gonna happen.
But the Bullet Club.
So when I do this means the Bullet Club.
But it's not gonna be the Bullet Club. It's gonna be the Ballet Club. Obviously.
The club.
Or it's probably gonna be OC. Yeah.
So AJ Styles, they're all part of a group called the Bullet Club. There was a New Japan wrestling club, but
there's like a 7-8 piece documentary.
Oh yeah, there's a documentary
about it where it was the phases of the leaders of the Bullet Club, and then it transitioning to the Elite Club, which is now All Elite, which is All Elite Wrestling. AEW.
Because Cody was
Cody took over.
Kenny Omega
Kenny Omega took over, and then when Cody took over from Kenny Omega, that's when it became Elite. because they were trying to divide the Elite versus the Bullet Club.
Also, you got
Yeah.
also too. You have Roman Reigns.
Where you catch?
YouTube.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Also, Roman Reigns.
I will link
Roman
you,
Reigns
sir.
is
Appreciate that, sir.
Roman Reigns is not brother, but the cousins are in Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the yeah.
Roman Reigns and the Usos, they're cousins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but they're still in New Japan. They're still in New Japan. Not all of them came up. Some of them are New Japan and Ring of Honor. But the thing about WWE, like the
WWE is basically like a conglomerate now, and they're trying to buy everything. And
Did you see the ratings for SmackDown?
Yeah,
They
terrible.
plummeted. So SmackDown was supposedly the second-hand show, but SmackDown was beating Raw's ass for a while.
Yeah, and they're trying to basically put all like the fresh Raw talent on SmackDown because it's on Fox now. So they're trying to like boost the ratings there, so that way Fox can be like, oh shit, word.
But you want to hear the most fucked up shit they did? When SmackDown was on Fox, the first thing they probably did was say, get that belt off that nigger, which is probably Kofi. Because God forbid Fox have a black champion.
No,
God forbid Fox have a show that don't get canceled after the first
But
season.
here's the thing though with that, and even though yes, this fucked up, it was to put in place Kayne Velasquez. So Kayne Velasquez is signed to a WWE contract right now. He is actually fighting tomorrow in the afternoon. They're doing a pay-per-view in Saudi Arabia. They do under a Crown Jewel. Brock Lesnar versus Kayne Velasquez for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh.
And I can't stand that because and this is I kind of feel how I feel bad for the wrestlers that actually been putting their work in there and like want to actually have a chance to get like there's wrestlers that been a part of WWE for a long time and never get shined a light. Fucking Cesaro never gets any fucking like.
Whenever they give him a push, they push him back.
They push him back. Dolph Ziggler is the most. He's one of the most talented wrestlers in that.
He is, but he's too arrogant. He doesn't know when to shut his mouth. That's why.
Because he's not even an arrogant. He speaks how he speaks his mind, just like CM Punk did. Nobody minds CM Punk speaking, but Ziggler.
Because he was one of the people that was able to have free reign on his words.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially after he was about to leave, he threatened to leave.
And then they gave him his reign.
And they were like, you know what? Here you go. Take the title. Take this. Take whatever. Here's your merchandise. Take whatever the fuck you want.
He made a lot of money for that company.
He made mad money and then fucking quit. He was like, fuck.
Well, that's the way to do it.
Well, they fired him on his wedding day.
Yeah, they fired him on his wedding day.
Whoa.
On his wedding day, and his wife that he was getting married to was still under contract with WWE.
Yep. Mind you, he was hurt. He was hurt. He was hurt. He had a bad knee.
Everything was fucked up on this guy because he was working
Ryback
465 days a year. You know what I'm saying?
The hell.
He worked. He was and I think
he shit himself too.
He filed a defamation.
Oh wow, defamation character
on the referee.
No, not a referee, on a doctor, because he said that he kept saying that the doctor. So the doctor, I think, filed the lawsuit because he kept saying that the doctor was giving everyone false reports. So when he had a concussion or something like that, or he had a fucked up knee,
like, nah,
they were like, "Nah, he's good. He's cleared to wrestle." And they were like, "Well, the doctor said you're good, so you have to fight."
Straight savage.
Mind you, and this is not something new that they've done this shit. Like Chris Benoit. Like when people like talk about, I know it's a sore subject, but when Chris Benoit had multiple different concussions, and nobody really said anything, or was like, oh yeah, he's good.
Eddie Guerrero having a heart attack live on TV. What about that?
Well, he didn't have it live on TV. He died in his hotel room.
Well, he had the heart attack live on TV.
Oh shit, he did.
That was the last time you ever saw him on TV after that heart attack.
Shit.
Did y'all see that? You ever seen that? Yeah. He's literally fighting in the middle of the ring. I showed her this the other day. He's fighting in the middle of the ring, and out of nowhere, he goes to like pick up. I think it was Devon. He goes to pick him up, and he's like, he stops, and he's like looking, and everyone's like, is he all right? Is he going on? And he's like kind of like hunched over, and he just like just tilts over, and like JBL's like, what do we do? And the ref's like, are you okay? Are you good? You good? And he's like just hunched over, like eyes glazed over. And JBL just like tags himself in. He gets in and he fucking pins him. And the ref's like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, count, nigga, count.
So that way you can get him out and then you can help him.
Cause yeah.
Wow.
Bro,
Shit.
And then a couple days, I think the next day or something like that, he died.
Yeah. But like on some real
nuts.
shit, the WWE has had some blood on their fucking hands.
Or the house dying in your house.
Yeah.
Kill that whole shit.
It's Owen Hart hitting the turnbuckle.
Oh.
Yeah, that was
Oh yeah. That was beyond brutal.
that was rough.
Yeah. Like.
You can't find that footage nowhere either.
Nah, they killed the shit out of that.
And, oh, you know who else?
Immediately.
You want
take
to know
that
who
off.
else footage you can't find? Remember Draws? He's paralyzed from the waist.
Yes.
Can't find it
yes,
anywhere.
you can't find that footage anywhere. I remember that.
Keep D'Lo Brown paralyzed.
Dog.
It was
To
just-
the sky high.
Yeah.
Off the top
It's because he was oiled, and the way he went to go do it, he slipped and then fell on his. It was a power driver.
Nah.
It was a power driver.
It was a power driver, dog. Because he went to go
This
cushion
is
him.
sky high.
No, it was a power driver, dog. He went to go do it, and when he grabbed him because of the oil, it slipped, and he landed on his fucking neck. Bruh, I saw D'Lo Brown at fucking, what was it? Not New York Comic Con, what the Big Apple Con. This was years ago. This is literally right after.
I saw you. I was there with you.
Yeah, you were with it.
I was
It
in my
was so
dinner.
sad. I wanted to hug this
When
man.
you see a lot of
I
wrestlers.
saw him, and I was like, yo, D'Lo, what's up, bro? He's like, not much, dog. And I'm like, oh my
Oh,
God.
that
I
is
just wanted to
sad.
hug. Because he
He was
felt
just there. He was just there because it was.
he had to be.
Yeah.
But, yo, you saw he
He
was
get paid
wrecked
for it.
on the inside. He was wrecked.
Bro.
Like, because he's like, yo, I see, that's my boy. I see his family all the time. And even though they were like, yo, even Drives was like, yo, bro, it happens. Not your fault. Yeah, he's going to live with that for the rest of his fucking
You want to hear some other shit?
So
Samoa,
haunting.
and I have a feeling this is the reason why Samoa Joe has not been. He's been pushed to the championship, but he's never gotten.
Never going
Because-
to get it, never going to get it.
Because he paralyzed Tyson Kidd. Remember the Muscle Buster?
Oh yeah.
He paralyzed.
He's good though.
Tyson
But-
Kidd is good now.
He's fucking swole, son.
What else can you do when you get when you?
Is he still paralyzed?
No.
Oh my God.
No.
What happened? Like, did he like land on his
No,
back?
no.
He had neck surgery and I think
It was a
year
fractured
ago.
fractured neck.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a
So-
year ago he had surgery.
That was a while back ago. It was a
No,
while.
a year ago.
Nah, what year
A
ago?
year ago he had surgery. And he posted up a couple days ago about him. Like he was like, damn, this was a year ago. Blah blah.
He has like screws in his neck now.
Hey.
Yeah, he showed like all the screws in his neck
Mhm.
and then all this other craziness. I think the screws are gone now, and he's been like working out.
To basically strengthen everything. That's good.
Yeah, so and there's a reason why I believe that's why they never gave Samoa Joe any like the main titles, and they always do, and they always do that every time he gets like because he fought Brock like the whole thing when he was about to fight Brock Lesnar, that lead up, I was like Samoa Joe is a big dude. One, Brock Lesnar's a big dude. Samoa Joe can actually fucking fight. Brock Lesnar can fucking fight. Samoa Joe can tap a nigga out. Brock Lesnar can tap a nigga out. This was almost like an even fucking match. I would even say Samoa Joe's a little bit more agile. I agree. Fuck Brock Lesnar.
That's how you really
I would even say Samoa Joe's a little bit more agile than Brock Lesnar.
Of course he is. Brock Lesnar can't move.
But on some real shit,
Can barely turn his neck.
Fact.
every time they like got in the ring, Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar, it wasn't an even match. Bro, he beat Samoa Joe with one fucking F5. When you see fucking Cena kicks out at least two of them shits.
Shit.
Seth Rollins kicked out of how many F5s he kicked out of? How many Undertaker kicked out of? Well, Undertaker's never
Undertaker's the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Kicked out like 5 too. No, he kicked out 4 and then the fifth one.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? But Roman Reigns, how many Roman Reigns kicked out?
I don't even know, like 4 or 5.
Man, more than that, it was 6.
It was 6.
But the fact about this, Samoa Joe loses on one. Braun Strowman. This dude's big as hell. Been fighting Brock Lesnar. Like, I mean, it was like almost a year.
He's a meat castle though.
What'd you say?
He's a meat castle.
He's been fighting Brock Lesnar
Using
almost for
that
a whole fucking
so
year,
easily.
like 2 years ago.
Me cast.
He was fighting Brock Lesnar almost every fucking event. Lost every single one.
Oh shit.
It was trash. WWE has been going downhill because
They
The-
choose to put the wrong people at the top, and then when you think that they're going to give someone an actual shot, they completely change the script. Now, The Fiend.
Vince changes it the day of.
The Fiend is probably like one of the greatest characters I have seen in a
Since
while.
Undertaker.
I remember you guys showed me that, and it's
Since-
actually pretty dope.
Since Undertaker and Mankind.
They had him go against Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship in a Hell in a Cell match. Guaranteed he was winning. He was coming out
Yeah,
the
literally.
winner. No contest.
Nope.
How does a Hell in a Cell match end in a no contest?
And then we'll make it bad.
Because of my fucking comedic crazy brain. The reason why when you said Hell in a Cell match, I think of her fighting with her phone, like piece of shit, snatch it Because you're Hell in a Cell. Fucking phone.
So they had that. Now they're doing an actual rematch, and there's a false count anywhere
At Crown
at
Jewel.
Crown Jewel.
Oh wow.
It's a fucking waste.
I can be in the bathroom, get my ass beat.
But also too.
But here's the thing. So the Universal Championship and Seth Rollins is on Raw. They did a draft for SmackDown and Raw, and they moved Bray Wyatt to SmackDown. So they're not giving him the title. He's gonna lose probably clean as fuck.
It's fucked up.
Fucked up, bro.
It's fucked up. And what makes it bad too is the fact that not only did they
Cain Velasquez win that belt.
whatever.
I guarantee. I'm
Okay.
almost guaranteed.
I will put it like this. It's fucked up when they did this shit because of the fact that you got the Fiend, right? Not only did they fuck him up, they even like have Seth Rollins, right? Because the Funhouse supposed to be like the Funhouse was supposed to be something that you thought was imaginary in Bray Wyatt's own mind, right? Nope, wrong. It's actually a fucking place, and they made Seth Rollins the next night, after Hell in a Cell, the next fucking night, Seth Rollins is looking for Bray Wyatt, finds this nigga, burns the playhouse down, and I'm like, that's a waste. That is a waste of buildup.
That's a waste of that was their way of getting rid of it on Raw because it was already.
I get that, but that's still
he was
a
already
wa-
drafted to SmackDown.
But that's a waste.
So they burned down the Playhouse on Raw, and he has a Playhouse on SmackDown now.
Yeah, but it's a waste to do that because
It is, but you know
because
what?
what you thought
Kill
that,
it.
but what you thought was in his own mind, right? So nobody could enter it, and that's what.
But they made it a physical place, and that's what kind of killed
Yeah,
it.
you kill when you do that. It's almost like Undertaker wearing a fucking mask, a gray mask. Remember that?
Oh yeah, when he had that like family opera mask.
Yeah.
No?
Oh yeah.
When was this?
Oh,
This
yeah.
It's probably the years where I said fuck wrestling.
Nah, it was actually the Attitude Era.
Yeah, like very beginning.
Very
like,
beginning
when he was
Attitude
transitioning from like that suit with the purple tie and all
Yeah.
that shit.
Until the what?
And then you wore the no, it was before Biker. Biker didn't start till 2000. Gray Mask was like
Never
90s.
seen. I must have missed them episodes.
He had the purple socks, the purple gauntlets.
Yeah.
How the
It's,
fuck
actually,
did
it's
I pass
actually it's 80s. It's actually 90s. It's early 90s Undertaker, right after the purple, because then he had the gray mask and he was wearing the gray stuff.
Yeah, that.
And
that
then
lasted
after
long.
that, he became the Ministry
Yeah, that was
Undertaker.
the ministry when he had the
I-
robes and everything.
Yeah.
So
So-
he always came out with that crazy cross.
Yeah. Tried to burn Stephanie.
Yeah, when he tried to like crucify her on the
Yeah,
cross and shit.
right. That's
Marry- and marry her.
That's when people were like, "Yo, these motherfuckers are going too far."
That was straight up attitude there right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did the same thing to Stone Cold. They had him on the cross and shit like that. Yeah, so Undertaker went through phases.
Jabroni Drive and Know Your Road Boulevard. You
Yeah.
remember that shit?
SmackDown Hotel.
Yeah, he snagged the whole day. He threw that motherfucker off the bridge. I'm like, legit. That's when it was great.
Man.
He threw that mother.
But yeah, I'll definitely check out this AEW. It's on the YouTubes.
Yeah, bro. Like you
Yeah,
just go
yeah.
AEW highlights, and what I would suggest, like I know you saying that NXT is kind of like
Well, it's getting love.
It's getting. So what
It's still one of the best fucking shows to watch.
what WWE's answer to AEW, technically they're saying it's not a like a war or
But it's
whatever
bullshit,
going on.
it is.
But what they ended up doing was that since NXT is normally on Wednesday nights on the WWE network, and AEW got a TV
deal.
contract. They got a TV
TNT.
deal on TNT.
Of course, where the classics used to be.
Yeah.
So they're doing that now,
Drama did.
and it's the same time slot as NXT, but NXT only runs for an hour. So to combat that, they are now on the USA Network. It's live, and it's a 2-hour show now.
Yeah.
So what they're trying to do now is that they're trying to bring back older people that used to be on NXT that were moved to the main roster, and they're putting them back on there. Like, you know,
There's only one person.
I was NXT, and I'm there. No, they brought back a couple people.
Wait,
You know what I'm
who?
saying? Fandango's back on there. Tyler Breeze is back on there.
Okay, first of all, Tyler Breeze been on there before they moved to this live TV show.
On and off, yes.
No.
They're back together now, and they brought back the
I
tag
get
team
that,
there.
but Tyler Breeze was on there before they even did any type of movement because he had a choice. Either he's going to get fired or he go back to NXT.
Yeah, but it was only him and Fandango.
They weren't using Fandango.
What happened?
They wasn't
He
using
was
him.
injured.
Neither
They
was
weren't using him.
They had them as a tag team.
They weren't using them.
They weren't.
Nobody
They
uses Fandango.
were comic relief,
But they ain't
and now
coming-
they're not.
They're not. I don't want them to be. If you're there to wrestle, let them be there to wrestle.
Yeah,
So and regardless,
Their
nothing.
name was Fandango.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody uses that until they go see the movie.
You stupid.
Fandango.
Yeah.
They don't
No,
have them
Fandango.
Fandango. But anyway.
Fandango.
But yeah, Finn Balor, Fandango, like Finn Balor, Fandango. Those are only two I would say, and I don't mind Fandango going back there because they didn't use him for shit on any main roster. Finn Balor got treated the worst, honestly, out of the whole fucking thing, because he had Intercontinental, right? Lost it over some bullshit.
Couldn't get that shit back.
And didn't get this shit back. Had an actual Universal Championship match with Brock Lesnar. Didn't win that shit. That was dumb too. And mind you, Vince put a stop to him being the fucking demon.
Yeah.
That was another thing too.
It was supposed to be only special events, and it went from it being
A special event to being seen at all.
yeah.
Like the last time we
Not
saw
really
was him
completely.
versus
Bray Wyatt.
Not winning Bray Wyatt. It was actually Baron Corbin was the last time he saw. Yeah.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. The last time you
When
got
he
to see.
came out as the demon?
Yep. The last time you got to see him was
Wasn't it last? Not this SummerSlam that just passed. The previous SummerSlam that passed.
Baron Corbin.
That was Baron Corbin. Trash.
Cause
No, I wasn't. No, wasn't that Shinsuke for the title?
He was himself. He wasn't the demon. Like I said, Vince McMahon, because basically what it was Finn Balor became the demon, right? It's like Undertaker going from American Badass to being the Undertaker. You know what I mean? Like a complete transformation. But
That was like I love that.
Yeah, I
To
do.
a
Undertaker.
degree, I loved it, but then it overstayed its welcome.
nah, he didn't, you know what it
Nah.
is? Because when he was American Badass, he didn't hold back.
So it went. When the American Badass first started, it was trash. Like when he had the Kid Rock theme song. Trash.
But he had it. But he had it all the time.
But then when he no, he didn't because
No, he
changed
did Rolling.
it. He changed it to
Oh,
rolling,
Rolling.
and then he changed it to the other one where it was just the guitar instrumental just playing in the background, and he would just come out fucking with revving the motorcycle and shit. That version from like I think from Rolling on was like probably the best, and then he ended that, disappeared for a bit, came back.
He got
as
buried.
the
He actually
Undertaker.
got buried alive. That's
Yeah.
what happened. So the thing is with Finn Balor is that Vince McMahon put a stop to him being the demon, because whenever the demon comes out, nobody can beat him. It was just a thing.
Psychological.
And the only it was a psychological thing. Like when the demon comes out, nobody can beat him.
And I'm pretty sure that's why they're doing that with
Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt.
Because
Bray Wyatt when he debuted against Finn
Finn
Balor.
Balor.
And Finn Balor didn't come out as the demon. He came out as his
Finn
regular
Balor,
self.
exactly.
Finn Balor.
We were supposed to get the demon versus the Fiend.
That
It
would
never-
have been great. That didn't happen.
That didn't happen. Why? Because Finn Balor just said, "Fuck it," because you're not going to put him in the main title light again, And it's like, if I'm not here to be the champion, the main champion, why the fuck am I here?
He shat like when the Fiend came out, he shat bricks. Like you saw it in his face. Like he was like,
Fuck, yeah.
Like, and he never looks like that because he's normally the one that does that gives that fear.
Because the last time Bray Wyatt fought against Finn Balor, it was the Demon Finn Balor. But this was like before. It was after Randy Orton. Oh my God, don't even talk about that. But anyway, that.
Wait, would that record over or?
No, next shot.
But that was it. The WWE's WWE's just losing his touch. Yeah. Mind you, you got Paul Heyman, who's one of the executive producers. Problem is, it's Vince. Why? Because it is his company. Not
his show, and he makes it roll.
Not quite. He makes it roll, but the problem is he's out of touch.
He chooses the wrong things.
He chooses the wrong things. Yeah. But
that's what happens when you're the only game in town.
You're not.
Correct. Now he's not. So,
no, he hasn't been in. Well.
No, I'm talking about as far as wrestling. He absolved EC. He absolved fucking WCW. When you're the only game in town, your style gets stale.
But he wasn't the only game. It was TNA. Was TNA?
Well, before TNA.
Oh well, yeah,
it was the only game in town. That's why shit got stagnant. If it wasn't for TNA, now we got AEW. Now because there's more people, you get more variety.
But TNA was taking old talent and doing and basically
mainly
they were taking old talent.
They took old talent,
recycling them and fucking just doing whatever, you know what I'm saying?
But what did you start watching?
TNA was a nostalgic brand.
When did you start watching TNA? Did you watch from the beginning?
No.
Okay, so I watched TNA from the beginning, and it was all about young talent, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe.
Yeah, but people that you were like,
not really.
And it was funny because when you watch these guys, you recognize them because they were on WWE TV as like you know when they're like okay, we're gonna put the monster out and we got local talent.
Exactly. Yeah, I remember those.
It was because Dean Ambrose has done it.
They all done it. The only one that has done it is Roman Reigns. He hasn't done it.
He was the only one that didn't do it.
Cena done it.
But Roman Reigns was security backstage. Alberto Del Rio was security backstage. Before CM Punk started wrestling on them, he came out as one of Cena's doubles shit for a WrestleMania entrance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so does Zack.
So
Ryder.
they all get used in
does
some
Zack
type
Ryder.
of way. Yeah. But that's what it is. So basically, you see all these fresh faces, and then they started just dropping in old talent. So Taz was there for some time. Then they brought Kurt Angle. When Kurt Angle was still like good, he was just cracked out.
What happened was stupid guy cracked out. Fuck.
I mean, no disrespect to him, you know what I'm saying? But
Chavo Guerrero left and he went to TNA because they had him in blonde hair doing some white, like he was like a fucking white boy, like a preppy white boy, by the way. It was just like this.
So it was in the mainstream.
And then yeah. So TNA, one thing, they would focus mainly on the talent, but then they did go to get new, like the older talent, like Hogan was there, and that steroid motherfucker Rick Steiner was there. He barely moved.
They were all fighting. All these niggas.
Booker T was there.
Booker T. Kurt Angle was still fighting.
Yeah, but they were still young.
Scott Steiner. Ric Flair was there. He was still fighting.
Yeah.
Sting
was there.
Sting was there for some time.
Yeah. And mind you,
old dogs go to pass.
And here's the thing too: Hogan and Eric Bischoff had too much money. Like they invested money in there. First of all, it was an octagon, right? Ring. So octagon.
It started as an octagon ring.
So in other words, the ring was like had the ropes. It was an octagon ring, so it was ropes on all sides, right? Yeah, that's how they started out, and then they had their X Division championship, where X Division was kind of cute,
Did you say kind of what?
It was cute because you had
never say that in wrestling again.
No. Because put it like this: you had the ring, and then it was an X on there, and you had to get the championships. You had to climb up and get the championships. On the X, I'll show you. I'll show people.
No, please don't.
No, it was actually good.
Sounds bad.
No.
It was a shit show. I did not like that one bit.
I liked it. But Hogan changed it. He changed the way the ring looked and everything, and the show just kind of dwindled.
Recording reached maximum available length.
Hogan killed TNA.
Yeah.
No?
He left his mark.
Yeah, he really did.
Yeah, a little bit.
And after that, he started calling his daughter's boyfriends niggas.
I think he was doing that before.
Yep. And on that note,
That's not righteous, brother.
the kids at Rhode Island Comic Con, me and this man.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Not going.
It's okay, brother. It's okay.
Hey man, just
Yeah, I got some adulting to do, so you know.
well, at least tell me how nice Mr. Drax is, aka Dave Bautista.
I'm gonna hug the hell out of him if he lets me. So,
Hey man, if you're lucky, he might let you dance.
Give him a lunchbox. He likes this.
word. And I'm surprised I don't have no Batista material like have him sign it.
Oh, well, you probably find something.
Find you a Drax figure or something.
Yeah, that's stupid shit.
Yeah,
I want Batista.
You gotta,
Oh, you just want him.
you gotta
Okay.
get you want Batista gear.
Drax is cool, don't get me wrong. But I
Get it like a dollar store Drax and just be like, sign it.
$5 below. He's like, I got this one at Tiller's Rust. That's gone. But I got this at the $5 below. You can sign them both for free.
Dean Ambrose is gonna be there. I'm sorry, John Mox is gonna be there. And
Good catch. Good catch.
there's a number of us gonna be there. I know there's people you want. I know there's people you want to see there.
I don't know who's going. I'll probably look at it tomorrow.
Okay.
A couple people from Walking Dead, a couple animators from, a couple voice actors, from like some anime stuff like My Hero.
Oh yeah.
Cool. I'll talk to him. Maybe I can get into the business. I'm like, yo, next help. Try to hook it out.
The cast of It is gonna be there.
That's cool.
No. Stranger Things. Sorry.
Stranger Things. Not all of them, but
Oh.
some of them.
I think someone.
Some Walking Dead characters are gonna be there.
Game of Thrones in that.
Game of Thrones? Yeah.
My man's.
They might as well have called it The Walking Dead Game of Thrones. Holy shit.
Oh,
you like him? He's dead.
They did announce that they canceled
They canceled the prequel and signed a prequel.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
They did that.
That was confusing as shit.
They canceled, so they greenlit a prequel,
And
then they were like, no, we're not gonna do that prequel. Oh, we're gonna do this prequel.
About it was like with
House of Dragons.
House of Dragons.
Scrap one for another.
Yeah, pretty much.
So House of Targaryen.
But also too,
Targaryen.
House of Targaryen. So speaking about streaming service, I know Disney Plus, but I kind of messed up. But there's another streaming service gonna happen.
What's this?
It's called HBO Max. Max, right?
Yeah, that's where season 2 of Doom Patrol is gonna be showing up, and a lot of other DC related
Really?
Yeah.
Are they canceling the DC streaming service or something?
I don't think.
It's just gonna be like an extension.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm lost on myself.
Viacom and South Park Studios signed I think it was a $500 million contract.
Yeah, South Park's gonna be HBO.
South Park's gonna be on HBO.
$1 million.
Well, he had a prediction saying that they're gonna get rid of HBO Go, and then I was like,
I think that's what they're gonna probably. That'll probably be obsolete.
but if they do, what happens to my HBO? I'm paying for it, so do I get Max too?
You might get Max. I mean, it might be like one of those things where it's just like, this is gone, but this is what it is.
Okay.
I mean, it's like
That's like PlayStation. PlayStation View, they're canning it in January.
No point of it. What you was about to say?
Oh, I was gonna say like it is a separate entity from HBO, like HBO Max.
I'm not even sure. Like
You don't even know.
I don't even know.
They're just saying
There's more shit.
Here's more shit. We're combating Disney. That's pretty much.
Yeah, of course, because they gotta play this game called Catch Up. And,
Like DC.
But
Catch
I
up like
but
DC.
I like mustard, spicy. And on that note,
We only got one more thing. We got one. It's kind of somber. Today we lost another motherfucking legend.
oh,
We lost
yeah.
our boy
Pops!
John Witherspoon.
John was
77. That was the homie right there.
For real.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Granddad.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Granddad.
You know he started out on the Richard Pryor show.
Oh hell yeah.
With Paul Mooney, Carol Burnett. Robin Williams,
Tim Reed.
Tim Reed.
Cam Reed. I forgot that motherfucker was in Cali. I just thought he was the nigga from Sister Sister. That was it.
Hey, you gotta realize, like even John Witherspoon talks about Robin. He's like, I miss Robin. Like I remember the interview that he had. He was always talking about when he did Sway. He talks about Robin Williams and just how funny he is and how much they talk talk to each other and stuff like that. You really get this hear about how deep their friendship really was when they were just on the Rich Pryor show and how far it transcended past that show. They say, ugh, God.
He taught one of the most valuable lessons. He said, you win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day.
Yo, I mean, that was one of the realest dad advice moments ever in movie history.
And then he made the Luther in the Boondocks, and then he made the Luther in the Boondocks, and everybody had the itis and almost died.
So
the Luther, I remember
the Luther.
Yeah. So he was the exact
2 Krispy Kreme donuts, two burger patties, and ham, and 4 strips of bacon.
Granddad, you can't serve this. This will cause death.
Oh man, and in that note, I'm out signing off. One of your boys, I'm Sir Wednesday, aka Rizzy Sendu, scourge of the internet, passing it on to
I'm sorry.
who you passing it to?
Oh, Mr. Bean.
I'm here. I'm right house. And I'm signing off.
See you at the con.
See you at the con. Rest in peace, John. Because we got to put it. We got to coordinate.
Man, if you don't pass it, motherfucker.
Passing it to both of you.
I hate your whole face.
Yeah,
all of it. Dislike.
Simultaneously.
Which dress shall I be?
Yeah.
We'll end this fucking pressure now. Tired of this shit. Well, this is your beloved Black Caesar saying, bang, bang, bang. Miss you, John.
That was great. You should have closed with that.
Yeah!
Right.
Well, next time you'll go first.
And I was thinking about just cutting over. But I was like, no, let me just. That was perfect.
Thank you.
That was.
Bye, guys. We're just it.
See ya.
You gotta still say who you are.
Man, no nickname. Damn it, God.
Peace out, y'all.
Get a box. 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 Get a box.
Oh man. All right.
Oh, I will miss him.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'll miss him.